to date. I mean, I wish Elizabeth Warren had 1% the passion to fix K through 12 education as she has to attack those of us who've been successful. On the
How's it going, everyone? I'm
issue
just
of
getting things
higher
set up
education,
as we speak,
America
so
leads
just
the
bear
world.
with
This is not a
me.
given. This is not a given that we have the greatest universities
In
in
the
the world.
meantime, we're watching
But
some
I want to
TV
support
as I
excellence in
get
American
everything
education.
You've been
posted.
very involved in philanthropy to art institutions. So what is the appeal of art collecting to you, and where do you keep most of your art?
I actually have a painting at home that I did, and it's so profoundly ugly it's beyond imagination. Like, I have zero artistic skill. So maybe my love for art reflects my admiration for a talent that I'm so dearly lacking in. But it started about 2 decades ago. I was here in New York, Sotheby's. They were auctioning off a collection, and the little dancer, age 14, by Degas was there. It's an iconic sculpture, and she's so determined. She is not going to be put in her place. She's so determined, and it appealed to me so much. That was the pivotal moment that started my interest in art. Was that work? For the record, I was
Alright,
outbid.
so
I was
this,
outbid. I tried to buy it.
we're gonna check
Hammer went
review
down. It wasn't my
today's
bid. I wasn't willing to go that
live
far.
streams of
And I've
this week.
never been so frustrated in my life.
But you've never probably been
Give me
outbid
just
again,
one
right?
moment
I have been
though.
outbid again.
Okay.
There's some level of discipline, but I hung up the phone, and then I called Sotheby's the next day and offered more money to the buyer. So that was my start of a passion in art. And I really do believe art is one of the areas in which we can find a common ground as society. We can find an appreciation for art that brings us together. My art collection's almost all at the Art Institute of Chicago. It's been there for years.
Okay, so you're going to have your own art museum. Some people who have art collections build their own museums. Are you thinking of that?
No, no, I'm not. For me, the fact that 700,000 to 1 million people a year will have a chance to see some of the greatest works of art
Alright,
of our
let's see
culture
here.
that I'm fortunate enough to own, I
So
have
I'm
great
gonna
satisfaction in
mute
that.
this, the TV, as we review this week's trades. So, let's see here. So this week was kind of interesting um, for trading. So I'm going to explain why. It was, we were profitable this week, but it wasn't much profit. We didn't hit my 5% goal of profit of the week. If I had to guess, I don't have the exact, number ahead of me of how much we made of a percentage. Uh, if I had to guess, it'd be about 1.6% of a gain. It's about that. Um, it's kind of interesting though. We did. I will be showing you guys all the trades that I did this week, every single one of them. When I bought, when I sold, all of that beautiful jazz. So we're gonna start with um, reviewing all the trades. So you should be able to see um, this week I only made $1,900, which is not bad for this week. See, April 1st through April 5th. So it's not bad um, to have $1,900, 1935.45 as profit. It's not much compared to how much we are shooting for, but we'll take it. So this week we had shares that I bought on the 26th of Amazon, 144. Bought them at 1805, and then I sold them on Monday. So this week, Monday, at 1811. I made $855.63, and that's our big win for the week. The rest of the trades that we did, as you can see, there were more smaller profits, but still profit. If you're trading less than 300 shares, and sometimes when you do a sell order, uh, then it will just be split in different lots, and that's what these are. It's different lots. So this is the same sell order um, from this point on right here down. So this is all one sell order. So even though don't get the wrong idea with the $2 right here, but let's see here. We made good $855.63. So that was a good $6 movement on Amazon. So let's review that here. So we are going to review Amazon. So on the 26th, we're going to make this a little bit bigger. So the 26th, right here. So when we bought it, the reason why we held it until the 1st, until this day, is we bought it when it was trying to climb up right here. I was trying to still move up on the MACD, even though it's starting to struggle a little bit. But because if you draw this line right here, basically, when we bought it on the 26th over here, it was trying to already move up. So when we bought that, it faked this out and then it dropped in the rest of that day, and then also the day after on the 27th. So that was unfortunate that we got caught in that. The good thing is we were seeing at the same time the stochastic, as it was not really dropping much. Like, yes, those were red days, but it wasn't dropping much. So on the 100-day chart, this is the stochastic was dropping pretty good. So when this turned around, I was like, okay, well, you know what? It hardly dropped. We can hold this, and this is going to shoot back up. So that's exactly what it did. Is it entered into consolidation, and it came right back up. And then we sold over here on the 1st. Alright, that's good money. When right here, the histogram, it started a little higher. Like, alright, great. We'll set it there and make some money. So that was nice. The next thing, the next trade that we ended up doing is actually on the 1st. We did 2 trades, as you can see here. One we held until the 2nd, but the other we bought it and sold on the same day. So this was a little bit more riskier trade, and I'll explain why in a minute. But this trade here for AMD, and as you can see, I love trading AMD and Amazon. Those are my 2 favorite stocks. I love trading tech companies. So AMD on Monday the 1st, let's do a 5-minute chart. Let's do 5 days. So right here, as you can see, we got here the 5th, here the 4th, 3rd, 2nd, 1st. So right there. So right here the 1st. So you can see on my trade, I bought it at 26.07 for 1,000 shares, and then sold it at 26.14 for the 1,000 shares. Made $59.64. So that was, we locked in that profit here from Amazon, 855, and then we locked here the $59.64. So we made good. Let's see here, 855, 63, 59, 64, $915.27 just on the 1st. So that was our really good day. A small trade there, but that's okay. So only a 7-cent movement, and you can see here like 1607 is about like right here. You can see this might be a little hard for you guys to see. Let me see if I can make it even any bigger. That might be it. So you can see it like it was consolidating right here, and then right here it started trying to break up. So it's trying to move up. You had a nice little run there, and then I sold on on the run. I didn't wait for the top. I didn't buy at the bottom. I never do. I only go for the medium move, and that's all I want. So I took a little bit of profit there, so that's good. It didn't go too much higher. I did a little bit, but not too much higher that day. Later on the week, you can see right here it did, but um, not too much there, so we just locked it in. All right. The next trade that we did is we bought it here on April 1st and sold the next trade at on April 2nd. Let me explain why we sold the next day. So I bought it here, this trade right here. So it was 1,000 shares that I bought at 26.38. So 26.38, I bought it at 1:56 p.m. Mountain Standard Time. So 4 minutes before the market closed, which is really risky to do. But I had a suspicion that it was going to climb. So what I did is I bought it. I'm like, all right, I think it's going to do well. The indicators on the 100-day chart were lining up pretty good. We got here the first. It was doing pretty well. You see this bounce here on the MACD. I'm like, okay, we could play off of that. This is trying to climb. This is bouncing. Let's do it. So what I did is I bought it, and then the next day, you see this drop right here? I was not in that, luckily. I actually sold in the pre-market before the market opened up. I'm pretty sure I did. Let's see here. Sell 7:10 a.m. So that's 5:10 a.m. Mountain Standard Time. I sold it at 26.46. So about an 8 cents movement from that one for 1,000 shares. So, you know, I was pretty happy with that. So that gave me, after fees, $69.63. So I was happy with that trade. The next one, you see me do a little bit bigger of a movement. Right here, you see me do 13,500 shares, which these have been like not as big trades, like the 26,000 there, 26,000 here. This one was 259,000, but this one was $356,000 that I used there. Bought it at 26.42. Now, when you're playing with that much money in a cheap tech stock like AMD at 26.42, you really don't want to be in too long. You just want to get in, lock your profit, get out. So what I did is I only went for a 2 cent movement, went at 26.44, made $253.87. My personal goal for AMD is 8 cent movement. So that's my personal goal right there. So that was pretty good trade there. It was after this drop happened, and it was trying to rise up back up over here. You can see that I kind of bought like right here, and it's starting to struggle a little bit, so it hardly moved anything, and then I got out. So I bought it at right here. All right. So I bought it at 12:13 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I sold it 7 minutes later. So 7 minutes. Whoops. Ignore that. So 7 minutes later, 7 minutes made $253. That's pretty good money right there. The next trade that I did, that you can see right here, is we got Amazon. So you can see that I bought Amazon. Here was in 3 lots, so it must have, when I did one buy order, it did it into 3. 3 lots just to make sure that it got me in. So right here, bought on the 3rd, I bought 215 shares, used 392,000, and then I sold $1.66 later. So and then made $341.85. So let's see here. Yeah, that is at 8:22 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I sold here at uh, 8:53 a.m. So not too bad. You know, I was in there for about a half hour to make that $341. So not too bad on that. The next thing that I did is you can see right here on the fort. I don't know why it likes to do that a lot, but yesterday I bought Amazon. Uh, a lot of it too. So I bought Amazon another 215 shares. So it's 390,000 because it had dropped from Wednesday. So on Thursday, it was cheaper for me to buy the same amount of shares. Unfortunately, that one, as you can see here, I got in at 9:40 a.m. and I didn't get out until 11:14. So I was in there for about an hour and a half. Unfortunately for that, and because it wasn't really moving. And let me show you why. So Amazon, you can see here. So I got in at 11:40 Eastern Standard Time, right? So 11:40, so it's about right here. So I got in this here. It instantly, you can see here the MACD was being weird. The moving average was telling me it was being really weird. I bought in right on the first crossing, which is usually a good sign to do of after a big drop. So I'm like, okay, great, it's gonna start moving up, and it was trying to move up right here. So I was like, okay, that's good. Well, then it immediately turned on me really, really fast. As you can see right here, just started dropping, and I didn't sell it until 114. So about right here. So you see this drop that it was doing, and then I sold it on the uprise right here. So that was good. I knew it was gonna do like come back, cause the price had dropped, but not too much of a drop, as the stochastic was already super low at like this point. So I'm like, all right, this is gonna turn back up. When we got in, it was about right here. The stochastic was trying to climb, didn't go too far, and then dropped again. So with the amount dropped right here, that left me not too worried because that wasn't too much of a drop. Getting a little bit of a drop there, but it wasn't that bad. Um, let's see here. Then today, I actually shorted. Um, I actually shorted AMD, which was pretty good. Of a good short right there. Let's see here. I got in today at 8:11 a.m. Mountain Standard Time at 29:08. So AMD, let's just pull up today. All right, so you got what time was that again? Let's see here. 8:11, so 10:11 this time. So about right here. So you can see here, this is a prime example. This was beautiful. So we have the original drop, right? We need to look for where it's supporting. Where is the support? How low is this gonna go? Do you want to just risk it and get in on this? No, you don't want to do that because uh, this is dropping. You don't know where the bottom is. So I don't do that. You have to choose however you want to trade, of course. But I personally don't buy in the first 15 minutes. I let a pattern build and then decide. That's one of my strategies that I do. So I don't want to do this trade right here where I just get in. So I saw this drop in. I'm like, okay, where is the bottom? We need to see the bottom. So right here, it decided to bottom out. Then we're like, okay, well now where's the top? So it liked to climb. You can see here, it kind of like topped out right here. You kind of have to see it spike up a little bit. On this spike right here that it tried to do, as it over here, it really couldn't hold it and could barely remain anything right there. So that ended up actually being a slight red. It's really hard to see even for me with this right now, but it's a slight red. If you look at the open right here and low right here, close, all that. So it is a slight red of 1 cent of a drop right here within that 5 minute movement. So then we saw this drop. We saw this bottom out right here and came back up, right? So when this was dropping, we saw it beat this. I was like, oh, it's deciding to want to keep going. So let's short this. So we shorted this at 29.08, which is we got in like right here. We're like, okay, this is good. We're gonna get in. So then it started dropping. We did this type of order. Let's see if it will show on here. So it won't show it to me. But the way that I did it is I should be able to show you in this one. So right here, dun, dun, dun. Okay, so right here, you can see that I used the trailing stop to um, get out of it. So that was nice. So the trailing stop triggered at 28.97. It ended up, since we're shorting, and it did better for us and got us out at 28.9632. So it got us almost another half, a little bit more than half of a penny per share more, which is nice for 1,000 shares. It's about $5 more of profit there, so it's just nice. So we ended up doing that, made $106 on that short. Um, we were in that one literally for 7 minutes, so that was nice. Then I was like, okay, well, I have a lot more money that I can still trade with today. I want to do another trade, but I don't want to force a trade. So I actually got in a little bit early, a lot early, on Amazon today. So let me show you where I got in and what happened there, because this is an interesting day today. This has been like most of the market the last couple days. So Amazon right here, I bought in at 8:55 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, so 10:55 this. So I bought in right as this was climbing. So I'm like, okay, great. This is good. You see the MACD, it's moving up. I'm like, let's get in at an early buy because it hasn't crossed yet. So it's an early buy. We're getting in on this. Stochastic down here crossed. So I was thinking, all right, great. This is going to do well. Well, little did we know, we bought in, it immediately turned against us. So that's hence the early buys. Early buys are more risky. Um, so you need to be careful on them. You need to cut your losses fast, but you want to cut your losses smartly. So what I mean with that is you need to know when to cut it. How low, how much do you want to risk? You need to have a game plan. So my game plan was, okay, it's dropping on price. It really didn't drop much. If you see right here, you see a bottom, you see a top, same bottom, a little bit lower of a top, bottomed over here, bottomed here, and then after this bottom, it decided to go. So I was gonna get out if it dropped below this and I had a breakdown. Then I would have gone out and taken my loss. Seeing that it never did that today, I held it for quite a while. Got in at 8:55 a.m. Mountain Standard Time, and I sold at 12:41 p.m. So there is a good, almost 4 hours that I was holding on to that for so long, which is kind of a that's one of the longer trades that I have done. I don't like to hold it for that long. So for 4 hours, I made, let's see here. So $89.29 after fees for the Amazon. And then I did that trade for AMD today. So where I shorted it. So there's $195 that I did today. So it's not bad, but I also had to wait for so long. Again, it's not the worst, but that puts me, if I had to guess again, about a 1.6% profit this week. I do use margin, as a lot of you guys know, so these numbers can get kind of intimidating, saying I don't have that much money to play with. To do that, stock market must be hopeless for me. Well, this account really doesn't have that much money in there, but because of margin that I use, you have to use at your own risk, but I use margin. So that way, I can use bigger positions and make or lose more money. So my key to success though is trying to be consistent. As you can see this week, I didn't have any losses. Some of them are small wins, some of them are a bigger win, but as long as we're consistent, we're growing. So that's key. So $1,900 and 1935.45 profit. I paid $100 in commission and fees. I hope E-Trade and the SEC is happy with those. Other than that, that's how this week went. It was kind of like a slow week, but we can't, be unhappy with the profit we've made. So hopefully, that is gonna be better next week. And that is the end of the stream. I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Please visit knKstrategies.com if you have any questions about trading, you're wanting to get into trading, you want to learn. On the website, we offer private lessons so you can have one on one time with me and we can go over and see what you've been doing, what your strategy should be, according to your schedule. The time and money that you want to put in there plays a big role in it, but we can go over all of that. That comes all with the lessons that I teach. So visit us at knKstrategies.com. You can follow me here on YouTube for our channel. Hit the like, subscribe, follow us. You can follow us on Twitter, you know, Kenny DVDS at Twitter. Other than that, I will see you guys next time. I'm going to try to keep up these videos every Friday so we can see how each week is going so we can grow together with this. But thank you for watching. Bye bye.